Hi everybody. I thought today, with all this cold and flu that's going around for everybody in the whole country, that I would share my favorite flu and cold busting recipe with you guys. My kids love this. It takes them from sniffles to nothing in 24 hours or a fever. It breaks it really quickly. We also try to use it daily to prevent getting them in the first place. But it's elderberry syrup, and you can make it in an Instant Pot, and it's a lot quicker. You can also make it on the stove. It's the same recipe. You just bring to a boil and simmer for about 2 hours, or use the Instant Pot. So for Sambucus nigra is elderberries. I like to get this organic variety. It's harder to find organic syrup at the store. First, start 3 cups of filtered water. You can use different amounts of water to apple cider vinegar ratio. Some people use more apple cider vinegar. It makes it kind of more of an elderberry shrub to mix with other things. My kids prefer it with less apple cider vinegar. So we do about 3 cups of water to about a cup of apple cider vinegar. And this is raw apple cider vinegar, so it gets killed in the process. When you take it solo to boost your immunity and fight infections, you do want to take it raw. So you can add this back at the end if you'd like. So go ahead and pour this into the Instant Pot. Voila. And then about a cup and a half of elderberry berries, the Sambucus nigra here. What else? So about a tablespoon of chopped up ginger with the skin removed. All this stuff's going to get strained out at the end, so chop it. You don't have to chop it too fine. Also, we got some cloves. I use about a teaspoon, looks like 15 or so cloves. All of this is really to taste, and all of these have their own immune boosting properties to enhance the flavor. It's a little bit bitter. I use the zest of 2 oranges and 2 lemons. I have cuties today, so that's what got zested. About a teaspoon of the zested orange peel. I think I have a little more lemon because I had a couple of Meyer lemons. So about a teaspoon and a half or so of the lemon zest. Get all that good stuff in there. A cinnamon stick, you can use 2. And then I add Echinacea root to really bring up the immune boosting powers here. You can do a good tablespoon. Now this adds if you know the flavor of Echinacea, you try to hide it with the other stuff. So one of those in there. And really that's about it to start. Some people use oregano leaves. If you do that, maybe take out the citrus. Some people also add some mint leaves. I didn't have those today, so they're not going in there. And from here, eventually we will add raw honey, but you let it cool first. We are fortunate to have bees, and so this is from our bees. You can use any local raw honey if the kid's over 1. If the kid is under 1, you can substitute maple syrup, in which case you can put it in at this stage, but you don't want to cook the raw honey because that's part of the benefits. So then all you have to do is get the top of your Instant Pot, stick it on, close off the vent. We're going to set it on, I don't know if you can see, but I'm going to set it on pressure cook, and I'm going to do 20 minutes. And I'm going to let it roll for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to let it naturally vent on its own for another 15 minutes or so. So now I can go exercise for 35 minutes while this cooks itself, and I will come back and show you how to make it into syrup. See you in a minute. Okay, our syrup is done here. The time is up. It smells really good. Still pretty warm. And we're going to take a strainer and a bowl, and we'll pour the contents through here, strain out the berries. You can also additionally mash them with the back of a spoon to get out more liquid and more of the immune building goodness. And so I'll do that here with these berries. Squish it a little bit. Get some of these good properties here. You know, I learned that the huge flu epidemic in Panama in 1995 was was treated with elderberries. So it can be done. And data shows, actually, there was a study in Israel, 20% of people who use elderberry or Sambucus nigra, 24 hours, their symptom, 20% of people were finished with their symptoms. In 48 hours, 70% of people completed their symptoms, and 90% of people who had started to use this when they had first symptoms of cold and flu, in 3 days, 90% of people were completely better. That is much better data than Tamiflu or any of the other treatments. So get some elderberry syrup. So right here, pretty good. Gotten about all the medicine out that we can. I'm gonna let this cool off a little bit more because I really don't want it to cook my honey. So when this is cooler, I will mix in 1 cup of honey, and then I will put some in this blue bottle here that's easy access, can give droppers full to the children every day. Put this in the fridge. I will additionally put some into a canning jar and freeze it. It stays good in the fridge for about 2 months, so depending on your use and how often you make it. So I hope you enjoy, and I hope that everyone stays well this winter. Bye.